Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We're here at the storage unit and we're not doing a what's old. If you've been following Kathy on Instagram, you already know, but this might be a surprise to a lot of you. Where's all the inventory going? So we've decided to move everything back to the house now that we've got a renter. If you don't know, we have been working on getting our house rented out. We have a renter moving in less than a week, or at least taking over. I don't know if they're moving in on that day, but on the 15th, they're taking over a lease. And so that was a huge thing on our plate that now that that's off our plate, we're taking care of this next big, huge thing. And that is getting a shed in the backyard to house all this. After working on figuring out what to do with the shed, it's gonna take a little bit longer than what I was anticipating. And so, you know, we were just ready to get this out. Kathy's been ready for a long time.
Since we moved to the new house. So.
Yeah. I've been the one that's kind of been putting it off. This is kind of nerdy, but there's this thing in Star Trek that's like, let's do one impossible thing at a time, right? And that's kind of how it is. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. This is the next big impossible thing. And then once the shed is done and built out, we'll be, I don't know, modifying shelving, possibly doing a lot of changes there for the shed. The shed is going to be bigger than the storage unit. I know a lot of people ask how big this is. This is a 10 by 20, which I think is pretty standard as far as storage units go. And our shed that we're looking at is going to be about double this. So it's gonna have some space for a desk and being able to do shipping out of and stuff like that, and have internet, which this doesn't have, and have electricity, which this doesn't have. We have been using a battery, and that's kind of a question we get a lot. Because yeah, the lighting is just kind of our own thing. So you can, if you're interested in any of that, we have a video from over a year ago where we were moving into the storage unit and we went over all that kind of stuff. But it's time for us to move out. Kathy has her labels because you're gonna pull some sales, right? And we're not gonna really show them because we have
take you guys back to the house and show you, well, what I've done so far, but it's not a whole lot because I need the shelf. Which
yeah.
Chris is gonna know. Well, I'm gonna help him.
Yeah.
We're gonna take this down, take it home, get what I do have at the house, which is obviously half of it, put on the shelves when they're built, and then go from there. But yeah, we'll show you what we got going on.
We got to get the shelf down. We're not going to be reusing the upper shoe shelves at the house, but first thing we got to do is get this taken apart, and let's get to it. I'm kind of putting it off now, but let's get to it. All right, guys. I think that deserves a Starbucks. What do you think? So
I worked very hard.
We're probably gonna leave that one for now. We're just gonna take these two big shelves, get them put up. We don't know if we have the room on the one wall for that. So our battery's almost dead anyway, so we're gonna go get some Starbucks. It's actually the day of the eclipse. It is right now 12 o'clock in 30 minutes. It's supposed to be the whole eclipse thing. We're gonna miss out. We don't have the glasses or nothing. I mean, I'll probably try to look up, I don't know. We wanted to go over the numbers at least for the sales that we pulled and are not sharing with you guys, but Kathy had some numbers.
So I obviously prepared this ahead of time. What you guys just saw me pull at the store just was only half. I actually haven't pulled the other half. We're gonna take you to the house and just show you kind of how the first half is before we get the shelf built. But anyways, so this weekend I sold 44 items for a total gross sales of $1,211.77. So that's pretty average for a weekend for me.
Yeah.
And so gross, that's like the full number, including shipping, you know, before I take out any fees, anything like that. So the fees, this is the total for all platforms. I just combined them. It's $235.19. Shipping, so the way I do shipping as part of the gross, like Poshmark, the buyer pays the shipping. So I didn't inflate my gross by adding whatever the buyer paid for shipping.
Because it never gets through to you, right? So, Poshmark just takes care of that.
So I believe the shipping fee is all just my eBay shipping for the weekend, which was $151.36. I had a couple Mercari sales and a lot of Posh, but the buyer pays and I don't really take that into account in my numbers. So yeah, shipping was that. And then my cost of goods, you know, we've mentioned we don't really keep item by item track anymore. Most of these items going out are bins items, so we say about $2. Honestly, it's probably less. So I think this number, $183, is what I came up with. Is probably a little
on the high end,
but yeah. So $183 is basically what I paid to get the items, the 44 items that I sold. And yeah, so I came up with a net profit of $642.22. That does not, you know, then I have to take taxes out of that. Then I have to, you know, I didn't really include like shipping supplies.
Right.
Which is pretty minimal. You know, all these Poshmark sales are going to go in the free USPS stuff. So out of 44 sales, I might be using 25 mailers, which is like between 25 to 50 cents each. You know, I'm thinking $5, maybe $10 total for shipping supplies for the whole weekend.
So, like you said, pretty average weekend of sales.
Hoping that I can make it better now with the stuff at the house.
Yeah,
like
I think I wanted to talk about that a little bit as far as, you know, like it's always been the goal to have it at the house or, you know, just easy to get to close. Yeah. Since we've moved in a year ago, the location is not as convenient. And
right. I was going to the gym, which is less than a mile from the storage. But I'm still going to the gym. It's just my gym. We have them closer to house now, and I do a lot more just at the house now. So the gym is not really a factor, which it was then, and also just my thrifting routine has changed because I've been going to bins mostly, which is nowhere near storage, gym, or anything.
So, I mean, that lends to the desire of it being back at home more urgently. And the savings, you know, recently we've talked about how they're going to be increasing our rent. They did, and then I talked them down with it, but they're going to raise it like $40, I think $50, something like that. And, you know, now we're at a place where it's like, let's just put that money towards something that we own rather than something that we rent. And it's going to cost more up front to build a shed, obviously, than to do a storage unit. But in the long run, it's going to be worth it. And so that's the goal. And that's what we're working towards. And we're doing this in the interim. And it is going to be more convenient. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it as long as it's not permanent. I really don't like having all of our work, and we'll show you once we get it all set up, the situation that it's going to be for a couple months. But it's not like it's the end of the world, but it would be pretty inconvenient
it just
permanently.
Takes some of our living space, which our new house obviously has more living space, so that's why we're able to do this now. But it'd be nice to not have inventory in our living space and actually get to live in our living space.
I'm not a huge fan of like crossing it over with our living space. You know, at our old house, we had our office space, and it was 100% office, no living space. That was totally cool and manageable. There's a separation there. So with this new place, the stuff's going to be where we, you know, have a little family bar area and game room and our theater room. It's like all of the relaxation room is all going to be workspace now. So temporary for me is like, yes, let's it's going to be motivating for me to get the shed done faster, I think. So, which is what we both, I don't know.
Do I want the shed?
Do you? I don't know if she necessarily wants the shed as much as I do, just for the separation.
I mean, I don't want the inventory in the house. I just want it in the house more than at the storage. That's 5 miles away from our house. Yeah. Like if the storage unit was in a mile of our house, I wouldn't really care if I still had to go there every day.
Yeah.
But 5 miles each way, and then still trying to clear extra stuff. I mean, I still like the storage unit. Like in general, I liked the organization and everything that we had going on there. So we'll see.
Yeah, so, well, that's a good enough break. Let's head home and start getting the shelf built. All right, guys, so we're back. We're at our house now. And we figured we'd show you kind of the state of where we are up here. Show you guys Reese Bear. Haven't seen him in a little while, huh? I did just get to go look at the eclipse, did a little science experiment where you poke a hole in a piece of cardstock and got to see a shadow of an eclipse since I don't have the glasses. But anyway, this is where kind of everything's been going. So this is stuff that we have not gone through yet, right? You want to share a little bit about what's going on up here?
Well, I made it through the first the alphabet 2 times.
Okay.
And that's downstairs. So this is the next part of that, I guess. Probably the next alphabet, and then, But those boxes in the corner are ones that I have combined down, I guess. I don't know how to say that.
Consolidated, yeah. Yeah, so these were the...
Empty now. Basically, the whole middle row is now emptied.
Yeah.
Too, so, yeah, I just put these into the A through Z and then the second row. And I'm going to continue to do that before I take these ones downstairs. And then once I get all these downstairs, I'll bring back what's still at the storage. Which is
so as it is right now, everything downstairs has been kind of consolidated into.
Yes.
And you've just been doing that here, kind of just at the dining table.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring them all downstairs and intermingle everything.
Yeah.
And once you put the shelf up, everything down there, I think for at least today should fit on it.
Yeah.
So.
And guys, please don't judge. We have a dresser in our front room.
I'm not judging. We moved in here 9 months ago and you showed it then instead.
I said earlier, we can only do one impossible task at a time. This is the next big impossible task. Not impossible, just big task of getting the paint. You know, these rooms, this whole front of the house, we're planning on painting. The kitchen as well. We've already painted back in that room. I think I've shared that with you guys before.
Same color as my office. Basically, this will all just be the same color.
Millennial gray. Yeah.
It's really gray. It's ginger sugar.
It is.
It's
what
like
was
more
it?
of a cream white.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was something like
I
that.
thought it was called ginger sugar.
Sounds familiar. It's been a long time since we've painted.
This is what I'm working on my furniture fund for now.
Yeah.
Once we do paint, just have a little seating area here.
Yeah, this is just gonna be a classic front entry room. Some like book shelving over there, chairs and a couch and a little coffee table. And we want to do, you know, classic dining room, put some, get rid of this old table. We don't like that. It came with the house, which was nice. It's been
probably, it's a nice solid wood. It's just not our style. So we'll
Yeah.
probably sell that and at least put it towards whatever we do.
Yeah.
We'll probably just build something, but.
Yeah, and do some like some trim detail. Get this nice down the line. We're just gonna paint it for now, just to get the green, or what color is that? Robin egg green or something like that. It's an okay color. It's just not us. My dad came over for the Easter and was like, "I like this color. Did you guys just paint this?" And we're like, "No, we're gonna cover it up." So, anyway, let's go downstairs and show what's going on so far down there. We have not really brought anything. The shelves are still in the back of the truck. And so this is the downstairs. And this is where we're going to be putting the shelving. So I still got to move, that's like my 3D printers and guitars and stuff. Gonna move them into the office. You guys are familiar with this room if you come to our lives. This is where we do all that. It's still a mess. Reese found his bed. But this is going to be like our, you know, a little family room where we're gonna have some shelving to put games. We play a lot of board games as a family, and we have our old dining table that we have had set up here, and that's what we've been using it for. Kathy actually got these. What is that? I'm drawing a blank. Elliptical and treadmill. Got those free off of Facebook Marketplace a couple weeks ago.
I've used it one time so far.
Yeah. So that's actually a nice little area for it. We were kind of wondering what it would be useful for, but I can hang a TV in there or something, and maybe a couple fans from the ceiling, and it'll be good for that. And this, guys, is how we're going to start organizing our inventory from here on out. We're going to do no shelves.
The best way to store your inventory in your house.
The best way.
Just put it on the floor.
Yeah. You can see everything from anywhere in the room.
Yeah.
No, this is just kind of laid out so Kathy can easily get to what she needs to in the meantime. But yeah, this is the TV room, theater room. So we're going to get that stuff on the shelves here. And the hope is, I haven't really measured exactly to know if the shelf will go all the way to the wall, if it will go how it was in the storage unit, and then do like a second row here, and be able to go in between them. And then that's the goal for now. That's hopefully, we should be able to get it all in there.
Yeah.
Now that you've kind of consolidated down.
Right. Well, I think all my boxes will fit. I was worried more about if the shelves are gonna fit.
Yeah. If worst comes to worst, I could set up one of those little half shelves under here, and that would hold, I don't know, 12 boxes or so. Oh, there's also this closet back here. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I've been using this just to store the shipping supplies since we moved in, but it would
It'll hold a lot of boxes. Sorry, it's pretty dark in this corner.
Like this is one that I just have empty here anyways.
Yeah.
So like it fits nicely. Like I could probably fit 12, maybe like 20 banker boxes or more in here. So
yeah.
Yeah, if we need to.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on here. I think we're gonna divide. Is that what we talked about?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
dividing up. You're gonna get your shipping ready because it is 12:40. The eclipse just happened.
3 hours till I gotta get the kid.
Yeah.
I feel like if I help you, it would go faster or no? I don't know. I can help you or for a little bit. I don't know.
Let us know in the comments below. No. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to help with the shelf, maybe help getting them down here would be really helpful.
I mean, how do you, obviously you've done it a few times now, but like, how do you hold it up and screw it
Yeah, just got to get one screw in. Luckily, all the holes are there, and it's just going to be reassembled how it was. It makes it go quick, but, you know, we got this little bump out here. We got stuff we got to work around. The window's going to get blocked. That might make it pretty dark in here otherwise, but I mean, I still got to move all this stuff too, so I don't want to keep you from getting your shipping done.
I'll be done with my shipping within an hour.
Yeah. Maybe finish up your shipping and then see where I'm at, and maybe I need help then.
Okay.
Maybe I'll be stuck under a shelf or something. So we're gonna cut to that, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I don't know if we're gonna get much else out of the storage unit today.
Yeah, probably not today. Yeah, we already paid for April, and they don't do any like prorated day refunds or anything. So
yeah.
We figured I wanted it here, so I started bringing it. But if it takes the rest of the month, that's fine. I imagine it won't be another week. We should have it all by the end of this week, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's a pro tip. If you have a storage unit, find out what their policy is. Because I was looking online, some storage units do seem to prorate back if you leave before the end of the month kind of thing, or whenever your term is up. But, you know, we use public storage, and they don't. I don't know if all the public storage doesn't, but ours doesn't. So, it's not the end of the world, but
no, I think we'll still save that money in other ways like gas and stuff.
For sure. It'll just be nice to get it here and not have to worry about it in the middle of some other big issue we're working on. So anyway, let's get to working on that. Guys, so look at that. It's actually been a couple days. After we got the shelf put together and Kathy got her shipping done for the day, the rest of the day flew by. We had to pick up the kids from school. They had taekwondo. We actually had a bit of an emergency at the rental property. Not a big deal, but the neighbors called and said the smoke detector or smoke alarms were going off. And so I rushed over there. They were just going off for no reason. It's happened before in the past. I just replaced all the batteries and it was fine. So I was, just looking into that, and I just decided to get all new smoke detectors and a carbon monoxide detector thing. Those things only last 10 years. It was coming up on its 10 years anyway. So I just got a new one. Those are on order. They should actually be coming in today. But yeah, this is Kathy you did all these boxes yourself, getting them on.
I did, and since then I've brought the set of C's here, so.
Set of C's.
Oh yeah, so before what was on the floor here was all these.
That's all on the shelf now, right?
Yesterday did this, so I think I only have 2 more rows left at storage now.
2 more on the whole side?
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
So once we get the next shelf, it should definitely fit in nicely. I probably am down 40 boxes now,
Yeah.
So.
You've cleared out 40. Yeah. That's insane.
I know.
And so we'll have a whole other row here. So it will feel a lot more crowded in here once we get that. Yeah. And then we have the potential, the middle row could fit under here if we need the extra space. We don't quite know if we're going to need that yet. We don't want it, you know, if we don't need it. But I think maybe we're also thinking about putting what is still there kind of right here. I think it would fit there. Would that be awkward, like in this corner here?
I mean, I can't use that then, right?
I mean, I think you'd be able to use it.
Like
it would just.
Boxes.
Yeah, it might be tight, but I think it would fit.
I thought if anything, if we do something along this, it'd be for like the random stuff. I still have to figure out where to put all that.
Or like the shoe rack, we still.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking maybe in here along the wall in there, but the kids really do like hanging out in here, watching TV and their iPads. They can kind of be as loud as they want in there. So we don't really want anything in there if we can get away with it, but.
This is being funny.
He is. He's like, I haven't been on camera in a while. Since it's a new day, we're actually gonna go spend today thrifting. We're gonna go. We haven't done a thrift with me kind of video in a while, and we wanted to have a little fun today. This has been a lot of work. The rental property's done, so we're like, you know what? Let's take a day. We're gonna go take a whole day, go thrifting. We're gonna go do that. But this video is done, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and hope you enjoyed it. And stick around. We'll be moving all the other stuff. We'll keep you updated with that as we do that too. But let's go have some fun. Yeah? All right, guys. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.